Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. That's what pole dancing is. The article says, yes, the dance moves once reserved for strip clubs are being embraced by devout, church-going women. I'm glad they didn't say Christian women. In the quaint turn-of-the-century community called Old Town Spring, where Victorian-style shops line the streets, one business stands out: Pole Fitness for Jesus. There's no preaching, just teaching, set to Christian music. Now, stop right here. I guarantee you they were not playing the Old Rugged Cross or Amazing Grace or The Old Account Was Settled or Power in the Blood. I guarantee you they weren't. They said Christian music. So that ought to make you think right there. If the kind of music that you're listening to that you call Christian, if that kind of music can be used to pole dance with, it's not Christian. It's not Christian. Okay? The songs I mentioned a while ago, The Old Rugged Cross, Amazing Grace, The Old Account Was Settled, There's Power in the Blood, others that we sing here at our church every time we have a service. If you can't play that kind of music and pole dance and not go, you know what, there's just something about this that's not right. There's a check in my spirit. And so that ought to just tell you something right there. Christian, quote unquote, pole dancing. Now just think, mystery. Let me tell you what spirit. Let me show you what spirit now is responsible for this. Here it is, right here. Okay, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and pole dancers, the mother of harlots and pole dancers, and abominations of the earth. That's the spirit that is responsible for this kind of garbage. That's turning the grace of God into lasciviousness. You know what? And I can't even. I can't even read the rest of the article. It's filthy. This is a news article. I will say that in this article, the woman who does this is saying that the pole is her temple. That is just wicked. People have been sending me stuff. I'm trying to manipulate some things here. People have been sending me stuff all week. I appreciate all the input people gave me on the Madonna thing. I dealt with that in this week's Watchman broadcast. Take a look at it if you haven't seen it yet. And then the Super Bowl thing with some of the commercials that were showing up there. And let me deal with one. I've got some still shots here. Let's see here. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start with this one? This was the Elton John commercial. Let me show you this here. I got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. I don't know if I'll get through it all. This is the Elton John commercial, and it's fairly interesting. If you're looking for symbols, they're in this one. I want you to notice the floor here. Okay, the floor is white and black tile. Now, if this just happens to be the way that you decorated your kitchen, then I don't automatically think that you are going to burn in hell. Okay? Just like the caricature of my fingers, that does not necessarily mean that I'm flashing secret occult hand signs to everybody. Okay? However, let's look at, as Paul Harvey would say, the rest of the story. We have the tile floor. Now, in Kathy Burns' Masonic and Occult Symbols Illustrated. In fact, you don't even have to look there if you don't like that. I could get out my copy of Morals and Dogma, or Manly Hall's Secret Teaching of All Ages, and it tells you, it kind of alludes to what this floor represents, the white and the black tiles. According to the sources that I quoted, Manly Hall and Albert Pike, Fat Albert I call him, they represent opposites. And you can see that. White is not black and black is not white. So they represent opposites here, the elements of things that are in opposition to one another. And they're melded together. They're fused together. So you have white and black, light and darkness, yin and yang, male and female is what that represents. And so I'm going, okay, let's look at this a little bit further. Let's see here. Where is the next picture? Here is the beloved Sir Elton John. Jill and Lorian and all you other guys in Britain, you'll love this. This is Sir Elton John. He's been knighted by the realm of England. Okay, he is Sir Elton John, and in case you don't know, he is a sodomite. Okay, and he wants to have a baby. Okay, that is Sir Elton John. Now he is a king. Now I want you to think of. I want you to think of a king, okay, like Revelation 9:11, a king, the king of the bottomless pit, because you're going to see that. And somebody noted this already. Nortja in Nederland has noted that he is holding a golden cup in his hand. Good eye. Good eye. So he's holding a golden cup in his hand, and it is... instead of being full of wine, it's a Pepsi commercial. So it's full of Pepsi. Okay? And so there is the king with the golden cup, and he has this little audition, and people are coming to sing before him, and he pulls that little lever there to his right side. If you don't like them and they go down, the floor opens up and they drop down. So then, now I don't know who this is. Okay, I don't know who this is. Obviously somebody famous in the music world. Okay, I don't listen to this stuff. Okay, and so I'm sure that it's somebody famous. Notice now, I will point out the symbol of the hands. Let me show you what I mean here. Okay, this right here, okay, is known as the Masonic hailing sign. Okay, it is related to, and I want you to notice what I'm doing here. Let me move my microphone so you can see. Okay, I want you to notice what I'm doing here. Okay, I have opposites. I have left hand, right hand, and they are, and my head is in the middle. And you have to read a lot of Albert Pike, and you have to read Albert Mackey and all these other guys to get this. Okay. Because they say it's a symbol of three. It actually, if you think of the points here that it makes, it would make a triangle, like with the capstone and the all-seeing eye and so on. My third eye being right here. And then what it would be then is that these two are opposites. Think of the junior warden and the senior warden in the Masonic Lodge, and the worshipful master in the middle. You see these old Catholic churches that have 3 doors, and 2 of them are lesser doors, and you have one greater door that looks like this mandorla. Okay, that's the womb. You're going into the orifice, and you're rebirthed. Okay, as a Roman Catholic, that's That's what that represents, okay? So you have this and this joining together to make this. You have this strand of DNA and this strand of DNA, and then a third one is rising up. That's what, let me get back to this picture here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Here it is. That's what this represents, okay? That's what that is. And now above the king is, let's see here. Let's take note of that. All right, what do you see there? Okay, you see what's a symbol called the triskele. It's the triple helix. It's 3-strand DNA. So guess who he's the king of? All right, so anyway, she sings the song, makes the hand gestures, and in the background, she sings so loud. I want you to notice the symbol there of the two crossed, oh, wait a minute, let me get to it here. Here we go. The two crossed guitars, okay, that symbol is related to this one here, and that is, I want you to notice, you still have the emblem of a king. You have a crown, and you have the triple tiara, which is the 3 strands of DNA. You have the crossed keys, which is the chromosome. It's the X chromosome. That's your DNA, okay? So there's that. And then she, whoever this chick is, sings so well that Elton John says, okay, I'll give you the Pepsi and the golden goblet. And she says, no. Everyone is supposed to have it. And she takes something, she throws something at the king, it hits the lever, and he falls down. Here we go. Now he's in the prison. He's in the pit. He is the king of the pit. And it's all facilitated by her, who represents her, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. How did I do? Pretty good, huh? Now, let me go to the scripture here. Let me read something, because there's something that goes along with this right here that I think is very, very, very important, okay? And something I just caught on to today, and I like it. I like it so far, all right? And then I'll take a little swig of artificially sweetened tea. Don't send me an email, okay? And then I'll take your email comments. So looking forward to I always look forward to the email part. That's when I have the most fun, okay? All right, I'm in 1 Samuel chapter 5. You got your King James out? Okay. Get your can of King James, open it up to 1 Samuel chapter 5. We have a story because, let me go back to this here. There is a king that wants to sit on a throne. That's the king. Remember, he is this king here. He is in a pit. He's in a pit. He's in prison. But he was king, and he wants to be the king again. Remember the once and future king. That's what King Arthur was. The fisher king. The once and should you think of this fish idea. Okay, the Pope wears a fish ring and something else, and we'll talk about it. So he is the once and future king. He has fallen into the pit, and he wants to rise again. 1 Samuel chapter 5, the Bible says the Philistines took the ark of God. What is the ark of God? Let's break this down. We know that it's where it has 2 cherubs on each side of it. Okay? And I want you to think about that, because I have some notes for the Watchman broadcast for next week that I may throw that in there. The ark of God has 2 cherubs on it with their wings covering the ark. That ark is a representation of the mercy seat. A seat is a throne in the Bible. It is the throne of God. It is where God sits. I have that in my 4-chamber heart here. I have the throne of God